This program is rated PG. It contains themes and scenes which may not be suitable for very young audiences. Parental guidance is advised.
Be advised that the views and opinions of the hosts and guests do not reflect those of the station.
Philippines, good evening. Naimbag na rabi, masanto siya sa labin si kayo amin. Maya pa bengi kay Kongan. Marahin na banggi sa Indugubos. Maupay nga gabi, ha iyo nga tanan dida. Maradyaw na duyum sa Idjuhurut. Buenas noches. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala barakatuh. Maayong gabi sa Tibok Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, up to Philippines, Sabah. Ako po si Eric Espina at ito ang inyong nag-iisang republika. Ngayong gabi po ay ati pong tutuon ng pansin. Ang isa pong issue na naghihintay po nung kaliwanagan. Ito po ay tungkol po sa inihain na kaso sa ating Korte Suprema patungkol po dun sa mga taong legal na humahawak ng mga baril. At ito po ay tinututukan nila ang pagrebisa o pag-amyenda ng isang batas na tila yata mas nagpapahirap sa mga taong nagmamahal sa kapayapaan na magkaroon ng baril at malisensya nito. Kaya sa gabing ito, matagal nang hindi po natutukan itong usapin na ito, ay nanyayahan po namin ang ilang mga haligi. Dito po ang Vice President ng Association of Firearms and Ammunition Dealers Incorporated. Nandito si Benjamin Dino Edgardo Rodriguez. And we also have the committee head member of the AFAD, si Ginoong Edwin E.J. Anyo Jr. Good evening to both of you.
Good evening po.
Good evening.
Okay, welcome to the program. Dino, if you will allow me to call you Dino, what's the status of the Supreme Court case that we have filed regarding the law?
Well, the last update that we have received, yung Supreme Court decision is still pending. Meron tayong ang question noon nung parties na nag-file nitong TRO is yung pag-decentralize ng LTAP system. This is still pending, pero in fairness to the PNP, they have already started working on further decentralizing yung ating LTAP process. Meron na tayong satellite offices in Davao, meron tayo in Cebu. Both of them can replicate the exact system that is happening dito sa Camp Crame. So, meron na rin tayo ngayong mga tinatawag na RCSU.
What is RCSU?
Ang RCSU is Regional Civil Security Unit.
Yes.
These offices also assist in the processing of LTAP, meaning kung this is not yet 100%, pero may mga ibang regional offices ng PNP that are capable of having accepting LTAP applications na. So kung ako taga-area ng Visayas, hindi ko na kailangan pumunta sa Camp Crame para lang mag-process ng LTAP ko. That is one big salient point dun sa Supreme Court decision na at least sinusubukan na ng PNP mag-comply.
Okay. So far, we don't see any movement as far as the Supreme Court is concerned regarding this case.
That's correct.
Kayong dalawa, I'll ask you, in your own reading of the law, what points do you feel are should not be part of the law? I mean, in terms of it being unfriendly to peace-loving, legal legal following citizens of the country?
Well, in my opinion, not per se the law, but
Oh.
in terms of the IRR,
Oh, yes.
yung mga previous na gun owners,
Oho.
kasi medyo naging retroactive yung dating sa law. So, if for example, before you were duly licensed by the government,
Oo.
probably hindi kailangan yung buong LTAP process just to comply for that firearm you had before. Siguro had a less tedious process just to verify that you are the actual owner, you're not a fictitious character, and you are in good standing. Then after that, continue with your firearm. Unless you're gonna acquire for a new firearm, then that should be the time that you should be complying with the new Republic Act.
What do you think is the reason behind, or what is the wisdom behind making the process more tedious? Is it helpful for law and justice? Sa pananaw ninyo?
Well, if we will look at PD 1866, which was
Okay.
yung governing firearm law prior to RA 10591, nakalagay naman talaga doon, kailangan mo dumaan sa battery of clearances.
Okay.
You have to provide your court clearance.
Yes.
You have to prove a lot of things na nanggaling sa 1866 na transfer lang din sa
Yes.
RA 10591. Now, that being said, itong mga test na to, I think is very, very important also because we are holding firearms.
Okay.
So we do not want these firearms to fall into the hands of unqualified citizens. So I think itong the test, while tedious, may be a requirement eventually. But going back to your earlier question, what would I want to amend
Yes.
with RA 10591?
Yeah.
I think we should try to find a way to have the LTAP, the tests.
Yes.
These are just baseline tests.
Yes.
We just have to prove na you're mentally fit to own a firearm.
Yes.
This can be used, kumbaga, taken once lang.
Yes.
And then just keep on registering your firearm.
Firearms.
If I were asked, that is one amendment I would like to have.
So what you would like is the LTAP, parang 5 years or 10 years.
Yes.
Tapos every time you buy a new gun, you just simply register it.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Before, correct me if I'm wrong, it used to be a gun license. Now they just call it what? A gun registration?
It's a gun registration now.
Okay. When did they change this?
Under RA 10591
91.
in 2014, they now require you to have two forms of two steps
Two
in
steps.
getting a firearm. Kailangan mo muna mag-LTAP,
Okay.
which is the license to own and possess firearm. That is where you have to go through the test.
Okay.
And then after passing the LTAP, then magpaparehistro ka na for every firearm that you own.
Okay. Which process, EJ, is this process okay with you? I mean, is it more tedious? What is it? Are you okay with the LTAP and then you have the gun registration?
Well, if you look at things, it's actually proper
Okay.
to have all this neuro, drug test, gun safety. The thing
Yes.
that I think na kaya tayo nahihirapan would be our system in the Philippines is not integrated.
Okay.
Unlike in the US where you can just provide your SSS ID
Yes.
and then nandun na lahat ng details mo.
Very good point.
Yeah, here we still have to provide your NBI, your barangay clearance, police clearance, and all the other unnecessary red tapes.
Okay.
Kumbaga. Pero if we have like an integrated system,
You're talking about a universal ID.
yeah.
For
if
everything,
that's,
nandun na dapat na pag ini-swipe mo, nakita ng PNP, ano background mo kagad.
Yeah, it could be used as well by the gun stores kung sakali, di
Oo.
ba? To be able to help, they call this, monitor kung sakaling may buyer na medyo alanganin.
And determine the
Pati gun store
background
na
of your customers, no?
Yeah.
Have you
That's
come
what
up with
I
this
think.
position? This is a very good position. AFAD is supporting a universal ID system so that our customers can also be pre-screened. May ganun ba? Wala pa, no?
Well, technically, the LTAP does the screening for us.
Okay.
As long as pumasa ka sa LTAP, then we can sell you a firearm.
Okay.
What we're working on working with the PNP right now is integrating the results of the tests.
Okay.
If I take a neuropsychiatric test and I take the drug test, my results are automatically transmitted to the FEO. That's the current.
And it's not
project.
happening?
It's not happening right now, but neuro is already done.
Okay.
It's working already. We're still working on the drug test.
Where is the problem? There is resistance, or the marriage is very difficult?
Well, the problem is infrastructure.
There's no infrastructure?
There's no connectivity between the two offices.
Yeah, everything's just starting out.
Oo.
Pero we have seen improvements naman, like the ITMS of FEO, they have rolled out an online system. So
Okay.
it's
And it's a
birthing
working online
pains.
system, huh?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
working.
as far as I know, it's working.
Okay.
Yeah.
And, okay, so aside from that suggestion you came up with, and then that ID, what else is wrong with the law, which would require amendments?
Well, it's not the law actually says
okay.
For aside most of it is okay. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
okay.
say-
The ones that are not okay, so to
Yeah.
speak. Oh.
Well, one thing that happened, which is causing a lot of headaches for a lot of legal firearm owner, is the clause that neuro and drug test has to be done by the PNP
Okay.
or an accredited drug testing or neuropsychiatric testing center.
Okay.
The problem right now is there is no accredited centers throughout the Philippines. It's all PNP. What we've been pushing since day one is to accredit even government hospitals,
Yes.
government
Buti nandiyan si EJ.
centers.
Nadidinig ni EJ ito. Sige, sige.
So we were hoping
Oh.
that the PNP would start accrediting certified offices. That the concern of the PNP is fake results, which we also share.
Yes, yes.
We do not want fake results.
Yung nabibili, in short.
Nabibiling,
Prangkahan na lang.
kumbaga, the University of Recto.
Oh,
Yung
yes.
mga ganun,
Oo.
iniiwasan namin yun.
Why doesn't PNP accredit more?
They are afraid na baka mapeke if they start accrediting outside of the PNP.
Don't they have rules to be able to say, if they can accredit, my good, that firearms, dealers, they cannot accredit neuro. Di ba? Depende kung, let's say, it's Makati Medical, neuro. I mean, you know what I'm saying, no?
Yes.
Di ba?
It's a
Pwede
working
naman.
dialogue we've been having with the PNP, and
Oo.
hopefully we will soon have accredited. Even our main suggestion was mga DOH accredited or PDEA accredited drug testing centers.
Yes, oh.
I mean, we can be certain that these offices will not issue fake results.
And what's happening to the suggestion? You have very good suggestions. This suggestion should have been heard 5-10 years ago. What is the status when Republica returns?